What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade comes out with that analysis breakdown on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And we're going to talk about how he has become one of the best players in the league. He has great finishing, great patience, knows how to use his footwork, knows his timing, knows how to get by defenders in so many different ways, whether he's spinning and going right at you, or he's spinning off of you, or he even just trying to get you to be sized up on the perimeter, using his strength to be able to go straight at you and using it against you to be able to spin off you and get a basket. The man has all the moves no matter where he's at on the court. He can even speed it up, slow down, change of pace, and hit it off the glass or just go straight to the basket and lay it right in with the finger roll. And not only that, people try to play him physical. He's still slithery and has the length to still get it up there with the fingertips to be able to be soft enough to drop it in. Not only that, he can score in transition. He's going to read what they're trying to do, read who's in front of him, read who to pass to. And sometimes he can be a one-man wrecking crew and get to the basket by himself and still get the 2 points. And he can just come straight at two defenders and check and see what they're trying to do, make the adjustment, make the read, and finish accordingly. And that's something that's very special about him. But even in the half court, he has his ways. And if you take away the paint, he can still hit the floater. And he also has the ability to read when it's going to open up and that chance and opportunity presents itself. He knows how to react and make that play and that adjustment with good body control and good handles. And then he can make the tough ones too. And it's mainly from the mid range also because he understands how to create the separation in space to still get the shot off clean, whether you his size or smaller. And it's further away from the basket than you may like. But since he understands how to use the elevation, he understands how to use his body, and he knows how to line it up with the rim and has the touch, he makes it look easy, even though it's extremely difficult to make these pull-ups and these shots over any defender. And he's also quick enough and fast enough to do it against slower defenders while still getting enough eyes on the rim to make it a quality look for himself. And then, of course, he has a shimmy shake, and that's a tough shot, especially from that distance. But he nails it all net because he created enough room to get off the shot the way he wanted to. And if you send two defenders, he will create enough separation to where if you come over, he gets enough to not be bumped or touched to get that shot off cleanly. And then on top of that, just using his understanding of getting in front of a guy, forcing them to make a decision with their feet and using that against them to get to space to be able to go straight up and get the shot that he wants. And then he can do it from either side. So if he goes to the right side, he's going to make sure nobody on the side of him or in the back of him to get that shot off clean because he's not worried about the person in front of him. And if you become the person that's in front of him, he might speed up a little bit and then come at you in a different angle to be able to create the separation to knock it down. He can knock down threes. That's something that we know. That's something that he's been working on. That's something that he needs to continue to do. And it is something that is hard to do for any player. But he has got to a point where he's above average at shooting a three. He can catch and shoot it. He can do it off the dribble. He knows how to size up his defender, and he knows how to create the separation in the space, and he has a quick enough release to get it off cleanly to be a knockdown shot. And he can do it in the clutch. He can do it throughout the game. He can do it with one step back, and he has really become one of the hardest and most unstoppable players in the league since he's a three-way scorer or a three-level scorer. But he's also a playmaker. And that's something that he was going to improve on. The ball gets in your hand more. The more attention you get, the more attention that you have on you. You got to be able to find your teammates for good and easy looks in different variety of ways. And he can do it with the dump off pass. He can do it with the push pass when he sees you for easy opportunity to get it to you quickly and in a hurry because you know you can catch and finish. Not only that, if he's at the top of the key, that's what he's looking for. He's looking for his teammates to be moving and trying to be threats on the court. Now it's just about using your court awareness and your IQ to make sure you find them where they're at. And he's getting better with that every year. He's even making more difficult, more harder reads and more passes have been able to help him grow as he has added those passes to his game. And he's even finding three-point shooters. He's making that decision quick. He's showing that he's going to be less greedy and less selfish with his scoring because he has trust and grown with his teammates to know where they're going to be at, and he trusts them to knock down the shot or make the right play. And that's just the leadership that he has. That's the poise that he has, and that's just the understanding of what you have to be and what you have to do as a scorer and as the best player on the team and the best offensive option. His defense is good. He's going to be a tough person to get past. He's going to have active hands. He has good size, good strength for his position, and he can also block you. If you try him or you think it's going to be easy, he's not going to have it on him. So in the best player in the world conversation for a couple years now, and it's just because he's leading a team that's winning a lot of games, being the number one overall seed in the Western Conference, which most people look at as the toughest conference so far the last couple years, and the fact that he won a championship and an MVP and a scoring title and averaged 30 plus points 4 straight seasons, and he hasn't had no crazy major injuries in his career, and he's been able to stay healthy and play a lot of games and be able to do it in dominant fashion. When you look at the fact that he's really efficient as a guard, he's taking tough twos, he's doing creative things in the air when it comes to finishing at the rim. He's being better at making a 3-point shot on more attempts. Last year, he took 5.7 3-point attempts and still shot 37%. That's above average. This year, he cut it down to 4.4 attempts, but he still shot 38%. He's a guy that's always looking for contact. He's always coming at guys. Some people call him the merchant for free throws, but the guy understands how to use his body. The guy understands how to get to his spots. The guy understands how to take what the defense is giving him. He even understands how to read and react to get what he wants when the defense is trying to force him to do what they want him to do. And he has so many counters and so many moves that is magical watching him play the game of basketball, especially because his handle matches his jump shot. He kind of forces you to always have that in the back of your mind. Is he going to drive? He's going to pull up. If he's going to drive, is he going to pull up? And then now with the three, if you give him too much space, you're saying, well, I give him the three because it's better than everything else he does. He still can knock that down off the dribble or off the catch. So he's not really giving you any time to really figure things out because he has so many ways to score, so many ways he goes about doing it. And then the fact that he can make the tough ones too. A lot of them twos is just pull up. You got your hand in his face. You're trying to take up as much space so he don't get it off as clean. And he's still dropping them in. He's still knocking them down. Then he's doing the circus shots. And you looking at it like, man, I don't want to foul him, so I got to give him some type of step. Next thing you know, he's waiting and banging and swinging and turning and bumping and rocking and knocking. And next thing you know, he's at the rim floating it in and laying it in on you. And that's another high percentage look. That's another good look. And then in the big man, they ain't even smart enough to get there yet. And by then, the ball is already in the basket. So he has become a master of the mid-range, a master of scoring. He's one of the funnest players to me to watch for the most part. And even when he's getting fouled, even when he's getting to the free throw line, a lot of the time is because he was 2 steps ahead of his opponent, and they just trying to find a way to slow him down. They're just trying to find a way to stop him legally, but it's so hard and so tough to do because he's so unpredictable and so hard to actually guess on that you always find yourself in a tough position, which either leads to him getting a bucket that he wants or at least him getting to the free throw line. And that's how you know you're one of the best at it, when they always trying to find out what's the next move and they can never put their stamp on it. And that can always put them in bad positions. That can always force them to be undisciplined, and you get rewarded by making free throws. And Shai is a high 80s to 90s free throw shooter the last couple years. That's another thing that you have to do at a high level. And the guy is clutch. Like I said before, the guy can take over games. He can make a run of his own. He can hit the game winners. He can step up in the big moments, even as a passer, even in trusting his teammates, even as a leader. And he's a guy that you believe that you can win with. And now that it's been proven, now that it's been done, and all we can do is give him his credit. All we can do is give him his flowers. This was a guy that we looked at and said, he can be an all-star at Analysis Playground. I seen them play, and I seen them come to the league. Like, I can see him being an all-star. But I didn't see him averaging 30. I didn't see him shooting 55% from the field. I didn't see him being a great three-point shooter. this fast. And it's not because I thought he would be bad. I thought he would be good. That's what I thought he would be an all-star coming into the league. And when he went to Oklahoma City is what he needed, because it allowed him to become the player that he is now. And that has become one of the best, if not the best player in the league. And if he's in that conversation, that means he's doing his job. He's earning respect, and he's going out there dominating these guys to the best of his ability and doing it the best way he knows how to. So getting to the Clippers was good because you get yourself in the NBA, you get to establish yourself as an NBA player, and he was able to establish himself as a starter sometimes too. And then it was just about now you can get a home of your own. We believe in you. We want to see what you got. And to now, this is what you are. This is what you're about. This is what we know you're going to do. And now you just got to lead us to a title. And he was able to accomplish that so young in his career. And as he's not even 30 or even in the prime of his career, he's close to it. But I still feel like Shai has really did a lot for the league. He has really did a lot for the Thunder, giving them their first and only championship in Oklahoma City and having more opportunities possibly to win more for them and to become a potential dynasty in Oklahoma. I didn't see that, but at the same time, he did his part and he's doing his job. And we got to give him love and respect for being an excellent basketball player, putting basketball first and prioritizing it at a high level to be this great of a player that he has become. So I'm a fan of him. I love watching his games. I love watching the Thunder, and I'm going to enjoy seeing him hopefully healthy in the future, dominating the game for more seasons to come. And like I said, I'm just a basketball fan at the end of the day too. So if I can watch a great player, if I can watch some great games, I'm fine with it. I'm cool with it, and I'm happy. And I love me some Shai because if y'all know me, when I'm on the court, I love that mid range. And for him to be as good as he is with that pull up jumper and that fadeaway jumper and that post jumper and even that shake jumper, I'm loving it. I love that the mid range game was on pace to go extinct, but so many players start using it because the defense give it to you because that's what they prefer you to shoot. And Shai said, "I'm taking it. I'm going to use that shot. I'm going to get that shot whenever I want to, even if I got to push off, even if I got to create a little separation, even if I got to create a little space with the handle or my strength. I'm still knocking down that shot, and I honestly prefer that shot or a layup. That's the old school ways. I'm trying to get all the way to the basket, or I'm trying to get close enough to the basket to hit a shot. And like I said, for him to say, I don't want to be taking too many threes, I don't want to live and die by the three, is crazy in the modern NBA and not so much back when we was growing up and before that. But he gives us an old school vibe, even with his personality, and he gives us an old school vibe when it comes to his game. And it has aged well for a lot of them legends because he's living on with through himself and how he has played. And he even gave them credit for influencing him, and he showed them that y'all can eat in this league too because y'all did it so well then. Y'all should be able to do it in this game. And I'm just a living proof of that. So other than that, comment, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell to get that analysis when it first come out if you're not subscribed already. Thanks for the love, thanks for the support, thanks for being loyal, and thank y'all for continuing to support and check out Analysis Playground whenever you can and however you can. Other than that, y'all stay blessed up, y'all stay good. Peace, and I'll see y'all later today, hopefully with more analysis or tomorrow.